Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on Reactions. Sitting right over there is clever Eric Mahler.
Sitting right next to me is Jellicle Dan Nye. Yeah.
This is happening.
This is happening. We did this for you.
New Year's Day.
So the night before, I brought up, hey, maybe we should go see Cats, and I'm not sure how into New Year's Dan was at the time when he agreed.
Thankfully, you asked me earlier in the day. So quick short sidebar. You asked me earlier in the day before I went into work, and I knew I was only going to be at work for a couple hours, and I work at a bar. So
on New Year's Eve.
But I also knew that just the way my bar works, I wouldn't be there extremely long, and I would actually be done within a reasonable time. So he texted me again, but it was it might have been around 9 or 10, and at that point I had been drinking. And I was like, yeah, of course we're still going. And I debated amongst myself, be like, how do I want to ring in this new year? Can I just keep drinking in the morning and then go see Cats under the influence of something, at least? So that's where I honestly almost just stopped. I was debating either going Jellicle Cats and then getting all up in there with the face, or just sitting here in silence, because normally we have a habit of texting one another back and forth.
Yes.
Normally I'd say it's whether or not the movie's even worth discussing, or we'll just say it's a movie.
Right.
You can't really say that about Cats.
No, you cannot.
So, the plot of Cats.
Here's a cat. Song and dance.
Here's a cat. Let's talk about how
Here's a cat.
We're going to sing and talk about how that's a cat.
Right. And then we're going to move over here.
And we're going to have one, 2 or 3 lines about, what the plot of the movie is.
Well, because here's the problem. So this is based on the coke-fueled dreams of...
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Based on the poems of T.S. Eliot.
Okay.
And...
with you so far. Kind of.
In Broadway, the way it works is they're in one area. And it's literally... they're talking with the audience. That's the whole point, is they're interacting with you. In the movie, it doesn't work like that. So they're like, we need...
they have to interact with each other.
Right. We need a protagonist and an antagonist. And
you have Victoria.
Victoria, who in the actual musical is just there to be a ballet dancer. Which the actress who played her is a legit ballet dancer.
Sure.
And she had some great moves.
Yep, and she sings.
Yeah.
We also saw...
the Tay-Tay song.
No. Well, Tay-Tay sings her own song.
No. The song that the Victoria Cat sings, that was written by Taylor Swift for the movie, so that way they can get their Oscar now. Not gonna happen.
Oh, God, I hope not. Also, before we get any further, let's be clear. We saw the fixed version.
Right. Oh, yeah. We didn't see the first version. We saw it when it was fixed.
Apparently, somebody... someone else in the YouTube space, thank you, Danielle Radford, said that apparently there are some independent cinemas that still don't have that fixed version. Because the big chains, obviously, we saw it at an AMC.
Yep.
They did, because they're not going to not do what the studios say. So, alright.
Oh boy, even though it was the fix, there were still problems with that CGI.
Oh man, and this is one of the first...
Let us never forget Sir Ian McKellen licking milk from a saucer.
And one of the... so not Mr. Mistopheles, but the other main guy, the entire movie...
Right,
his head looked bigger than his face looked bigger than his head.
Yeah.
It's just... this movie lives in the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
And that was twice fixed, because when they released the trailer at first...
it wasn't fixed.
Cats were too anthropomorphized, and they had too much of human anatomy.
Yes.
So... this is the movie that didn't learn the Sonic lesson right.
No.
We can, and that's the thing, we can rail on the CGI, but it looks like a fever dream of a 60-year-old Catwoman.
Right. Here's the thing.
What if my cats could talk to me?
And do a funny song and dance.
And then Rebel Wilson would be there, and she'd be doing, weird humor.
And then...
James Corden would eat a lot.
And then Rebel Wilson will be eating cockroaches that also have human faces.
Yeah.
While her slave mice will have the faces of children.
I was going to say, we're kind of spoiling this movie, but I think you want us to.
Yeah.
What?
Here's the thing. I'm just being perfectly honest right here. This is a movie that should not exist. It works great in the platform of Broadway theater. As someone who's only seen one production ever in my life, it works as a musical.
I might have seen Cats, but I might have been a tiny, tiny kid.
But it does not work as a movie.
There's no plot.
There's no plot. You need plot. And then you're forcing things. Like, Idris Elba.
Yeah!
Oh, God, thank you, Jason Derulo.
For showing your vocal range randomly in random songs.
Which we chuckled at, which I don't think we were supposed to, but we couldn't help it.
Oh, just like right in the middle, you just start going, ha!
Yeah, like, it made no sense.
What?
A lot of this, like, I'm just, like, trying to be, like, subjective here. And, like, I'm trying to, like, just judge this based on what it is. It just doesn't...
But what is it?
Right. It's supposed to be just, like, a poem slam session. It's supposed to be, like, a concert. You don't get that. This ought to be, like, literally trying to be, like... Here, we're going to tell the tales of a Guns N' Roses concert, but you're going to be...
I'd rather watch that.
Actually, yeah, probably. We're going to give you the forced perspective of, like, the roadie and him interacting with the characters, even though the songs have nothing to do with the plot.
It's so weird. Like, at one point, like, I'm watching the movie and I literally be like, oh, maybe this is, like, a bigger allegory for something, and then something else would happen to be like, nope, that's... Not even, and that's the thing is, like, I feel like every person whose name you knew outside of Jennifer Hudson, we can come back to her. We're doing things in a reverse order this time. Outside of Jennifer Hudson, every other named actor, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, even Ian McKellen, even Judi Dench, even Idris Elba, who did the best he could.
Remember when Idris Elba said that, like, him doing Thor 2 was beneath him?
Dude, go back to Heimdall. Heimdall, you worked for a week and got a nice paycheck. What the hell was this? Like, it's not so much as, like, we know you can be a bad guy. He's a great bad guy in Hobbs and Shaw.
Right, but then...
bad guy. He's magic.
But then all of a sudden he's not magic.
He turns into dust for reasons.
Right, like, this movie almost broke me. Like, I'm in the theater, I'm trying my best to try to be like, I'm being subjective here. Nope.
There were numerous times that I couldn't even help it. We're sitting there watching, and something would happen, and I would just go, right. Like, it's so unintentionally amusing.
Right, like, I shouldn't be laughing at parts that I'm not supposed to be laughing at.
And the parts that they want you to laugh at aren't funny.
No, like, Rebel Wilson's horrible jokes and cat puns are horrible.
No, like, they put him in the trailer, too, and they don't get improved. And James Corden, bless your heart, you can sing, but it's weird.
That's the thing. We were talking about it briefly afterwards. It's like, James Corden, all of them, they get the top billing, but they're not doing any of the work.
Nope.
It's all these other cats.
But they went to cat class. Okay.
Sure.
And I honestly, I will say this: I don't blame any of them personally, because I'm sure this is what they were told to do.
Right. I'm not going out there going, so, Rebel Wilson, fuck you.
No, we're not saying that. Although I may cut that into a soundbite because it's really funny. Okay, we'll do a detraction because I'm sure we're going to slide down the rabbit hole of, like, what is this movie? There are two parts of this movie I really enjoyed. Two parts. Skimbleshanks.
Oh, yes.
The tap dancing cat.
Yeah, that's good.
It's an amazing, that sequence.
There's good choreography.
8-minute sequence. Awesome. That was legit entertaining. But it's because they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's literally a tap dancing cat and everyone else is singing around him. There's no dialogue. The words... I did turn to Eric at one point in the movie and I go, I think they're speaking English, but I have no idea what the fuck they're saying.
You were saying English words.
Jellicle.
But when they were put together, they make no sense.
All right, and the only other positive, number 2, is Jennifer Hudson.
Singing Memory.
Oh, God, yeah. They precursor it, and then they do it for the climax of the movie, and it's like, you're that good that you elicited an emotional response about me in the middle of this CGI puke fuckfest. Mm-hmm. And that's how... And even her face looked like it was trying to get out of her body, but she was that good and captivating for that 3 minutes.
Right, but 3 minutes does not make up for the rest of the film.
Well, you can round it to 10 when you count that Skimbleshank.
Fine, we'll throw that in there.
And they clearly, I mean, we've already gone full spoilers. They sent that cat to die.
Yeah, that's truly the basic plot of this movie is cats perform to get the opportunity to die.
It's Ascension. I forget what they go to the ball and then
I've
already forgot.
They go to the ball and then Judi Dench cat picks the best cat to ascend.
And they have to be Jellicle cats, but there's a second tier of Jellicle cats that only the famous people get to be.
Sure.
You notice that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's only the people who are actually famous that they can be. I don't even.
Well, remember, cats have 3 names.
And they only ever tell you one of them.
Dan, you truly are a Jellicle cat. Is that a good thing? Bad thing?
I don't know. Ruby, how did this go? I don't get it.
As we learned, cats are not dogs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that's another part that I laughed at. At the end of the movie, Judi Dench literally just speaking to the audience, and it's frightening.
Because, again, that's how it works in the musical, but when your audience is supposed to be one character, why isn't she addressing that character directly? And also, was it just weird? She seemed in pain when she was singing. Yeah,
probably. I mean, when you have that much apparatus on, perhaps. Mm-hmm. And they should have ended it. The fact that it kept going after What's Her Face ascends, and then it keeps going, and then you get the weird Judi Dench to camera thing. It didn't have to be there. I feel like
they should have just ended the film when the one cat got tossed into the start, and you're and scene.
It's just gonna be memory on loop, all the different versions. A metal version.
It would have worked better.
A jewelry box version.
That's right. Bruno Mars covering it.
Sure.
Why not?
This is
the most rambling review we've ever done because it's cats. Because it's not joined together. It makes no sense when you think about it. I know we don't do worst movies of the year, but I mean,
it would win.
It would win for us.
It would win.
It literally broke.
Lose.
It literally broke us in the theater.
Yeah, we had to.
We got called assholes because we were laughing.
Well, we were sitting and we went with another friend of the show, and there was a buffer between Eric and her, and then another lady who might have been there to see this show in earnest. And good on you, lady. But this was also, we gave it a fair shot because it came out the same day as Star Wars, so we saw it almost 2 full weeks later. It was 2 full weeks later because I was out of town. So, I mean, you had your chance. If you wanted to see it and have a good time, you could have went
any other time.
Any other time.
And and when I first bought the tickets, it was just the 3 of us.
It was like a half full theater.
Yeah. So let's grade this thing.
Oh God, you can have a D.
I'm giving it a D-. This movie should not exist.
Well, that's what you got. 10 good minutes from me. That's why it gets a D. There are movies.
It would get a failing grade if it wasn't for that 10 minutes.
Well, there are movies I've seen that were worse. Independence Day Resurgence was worse.
Yeah, I'd rather watch that one again than Cats.
Am I sober?
Yes.
That makes it harder. Because I was gonna say if I'm under the influence of anything, even adrenaline, Cats would probably be the choice.
I feel like if you were going to do that, I would need to be there with you.
But Resurgence is just so boring. At least Cats is
I think if we
it's a hate watch.
But here's the thing: if we watched it again, it would be boring because there would be no more surprises. Because
unless that would be the thing.
Except for Judi Dench cat laying in the bed doing this move.
Oh
my God.
We could watch. This would be a good movie to hate watch with someone who hasn't seen it. And then or the other person who were watching it who were introducing you. I would record a commentary for that, for sure. I would set that up. That would be funny as shit. Because...
I would have to be there because you need... Yeah. It's like a test.
You need a control.
I'm the control subject of this test.
Because... What? I don't know. Somebody should have got fired for... And I don't say that lightly.
Well, I'm just glad that it was originally on the Academy shortlist for Best Special Effects. And Universal was like... You know what? We'll pull that.
That is a crime.
Yeah, you know what it got nominated over? Or at least on the shortlist.
We talked about this. Yeah, go.
Pokemon Go. Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Godzilla.
There was another big one. What was the other big one? There was a third.
Yeah, I forget what the third one was.
Because I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And what was it? Because The Irishman got nominated.
Oh, no, it's on the shortlist. It hasn't been nominated yet.
Yeah, the shortlist. Or no, it was Best Stunts.
Yeah.
It wasn't, because this wasn't part of it. That was visual effects, okay. Yeah. The Best Stunts outrage was for John Wick not being nominated for SAG. What are you doing?
That's right. This is a Cats review, and we're talking about the SAG nominations.
That's how much we don't care. We don't care.
So, if you enjoyed this, congrats.
Our review or the movie?
Our review.
Okay.
If you enjoyed Cats, good on you.
I mean,
you love you. You love what you love.
Maybe we should have said that at the beginning of the review before shitting on it for 12 minutes.
No. I still stand by our stance.
No. No. This is how we left the theater.
Like, even our friend was just like, she was trying to stay positive. And she's just like,
God bless her.
It was strange. Yes. Yes, it was. But I think my favorite quote was the high schoolers behind us when one of them said, I think this destroyed my love for musical theater. Because that's the only thing I'm worried about the ramifications of this movie is it ruins... it would be like Hello Dolly did back in the 60s when it ruined musicals for a while when Hollywood wouldn't put out musicals because Hello Dolly bombed, Cats is bombing. So my hope is now Into the Heights is a huge success because I want to see
great.
I want to see Hamilton on the big screen. So I want to see Book of Mormon on the big screen.
I was going to say, but that's the thing is this review is going to be 20 minutes long. I don't care. That's
what you said to us, Cats.
Those have plots. Those have plots. They have multiple settings. Book of Mormon would be a great movie because they go to Africa. I didn't even know that before I saw the movie, and that's literally all I'm going to tell you because I went in pretty much blind. And, like, I thought there'd be something there. Like, something other than songs and kind of English. Oh my God! I'm glad we waited and this was our last review to shoot because I'm exhausted just talking about it.
Right? Yeah. It's just one of those movies where it's like, this is why people hate you, Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, and with the talent, it shouldn't have been like that. It should have been entertaining. It should have been entertaining for the right reasons.
Right. There's no reason why it should have been special effects. They easily could have just gone in with costumes, makeup, make it like the stage show.
It's like they just put down $100 million, $150 million, and they go, "You're going to be for CGI because we can."
Or they're like, "All right, we need to get a loss on the books for this year. We're no longer doing the Dark Universe, so we are now doing Cats."
It's really too bad that we couldn't do the movie mogul and like do it for award season because oh man, can you imagine somebody getting saddled with Cats?
I think that one got unpicked.
Also, I'm gonna write a short story called "Getting Saddled with Cats," and it's gonna be about a cowboy who adopts a pack of stray kittens, and it's going to be better than the movie Cats. Because that's a low bar. I don't know, is that even a bar? Or is it just the ground?
It's like a speed bump.
That's actually giving it some height, so good on you for acknowledging it.
It exists, I mean... Okay, it's a pothole.
I was going to say, yes, there it is. Better than a speed bump. It's a pothole. We're still recording, much like the Cats movie, when you think this review is done, it's not.
Okay, let's end this for real. So, over there, Broken, Handsome Dan and I.
Oh, God, that's clever Eric Muller, I think.
Broken still. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope your mental health is good.
I mean...
Ours is a little drained right now because we just finally got done talking about Cats.
We talked about 3 other really good movies before we did this.
Right.
And I'm glad we did because this kind of just saps you because it's...
Right, I'm really glad we didn't do this like a sandwich and this would have been the turd in the middle of the bread. Oh,
just because it's... Like we said before, it's not really a movie. It's like a bad music video.
Yeah.
Like a bad feature-length music video.
Yeah.
If Vanilla Ice would... He actually had a movie in the 90s.
Yeah.
If Cool as Ice came out today, and somebody thought it'd be a great idea to put them all in fur, and somehow have a Broadway person write all the songs, but Vanilla Ice acted it, yeah, I could keep going, because Vanilla Ice is